In my previous video, I taught you how to be a good host. Today, how to become an elegant guest. Hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to my channel. I help you elevate your life, be elegant, and transform yourself to the best version of you ever. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you the secrets of becoming an elegant guest. So some of these things came from my family. I noted them down and I'm going to be reading the points so that I don't forget anything to you all. And consider me a good friend telling you that these things, most of the time, when you don't do them, people secretly think that you're not a good guest. So let's get into the video. I didn't meet someone who did this, but never come empty-handed to somebody's house. Never. And even to add more onto that, try as much as possible to bring something a little bit thoughtful. Okay, Angie, wait a second. What do you mean? What I mean is, if you know that someone loves to collect magnets on their fridge, or someone likes plants, or someone who's enthusiastic about tasting different types of coffee or chocolates, and you give them something thoughtful for what they like, for their home, for their experience, it makes you more elegant automatically. Because if you think about it, you didn't pass by the nearest supermarket and got something with you. Of course, if you're running out of time and you don't know the person so much, maybe it makes sense. But it's very thoughtful when you try to think and bring something specific for that person. That makes you a very elegant and sophisticated person with good manners. Be on time. Hear me out. I had an experience before. I used to be late or too early, and I never cared, as long as I'm there. Like I say, hey, what time I should come? 4? Okay. And then when I'm leaving the house later or on time, I would message, hey, 10 minutes, I will be there, something like that, because it will take me 10 minutes, and then I show up. Until one time with my mother, one of the very few experiences with my mother in my life, but she was with me, we were visiting someone, and then we stopped by the house of the people earlier than the invitation time. And then I told her, okay, let's go up. And then she said, no, we can take rounds under the house. We kept walking around the building for like 15 minutes until the time was on to go. And I was so impatient, asking, why is this the case? What was she telling me? She told me, Angie, if you go early to the people, maybe they are still cooking the dinner for us. Maybe they still didn't put out the house in a good way. Maybe they didn't dress up after putting the house in a good way. We have to wait until it's time. I said, okay, if that was the case, maybe we should have gone later. And what did she say? No. Imagine if they cooked food to be perfectly hot at this hour. What would we do if we go late? Make them double the work because they have to reheat everything. So be on time. Moral of the story. Don't go early. Don't go too late. If you are late for any reason, try to notify and say exactly how long it will take you to be there. That is very important. When someone is inviting you, if you think you cannot manage to get there on that time, don't say, okay, I'll do my best to be there on time, and then it's inevitable and you knew before. Try to say it up front. I can make it on that time better. I will be punctual if I come at that time better. That shows manners, and that makes people like to invite you more. This depends on the household and the culture, but it's essential that you ask people of the house if that is something they do or not. Before entering the house, ask if you should take off your shoes or not. But of course, don't ask, by the way, should I take off my shoes? Because that makes people feel inclined to tell you, oh no, it's no problem, you can keep them. Try to be more polite and a little bit indirect. What do I mean by that? Example, do you have house shoes? Or can I enter with the shoes normal? Something like this, because this gives the people the notion that you're okay to wear house shoes or go barefoot if they don't want you to be with the shoes, without directly asking, can I take off my shoes? No matter how fun it is On the first time you visit someone, don't stay too long, because they will think that that is who you are, and they will shy to invite you if they don't want a prolonged period. I told you on the video of how to be a good host that in general you must specify a time for coming and leaving, but my suggestion is when you go and the host did not specify the time, try to not stay too long. My advice always is leave at the best part of that invitation, meaning when it's the peak of the sitting, just say, guys, that was a lovely night, thank you so much for having me, but I need to get going, and go, because this will leave the best memory of you being a guest at the place, and also makes them want to see you again, which is good manners. But not only that, also a way to leave a good memory with the people. This is about to get TMI, okay? Never leave a bathroom not clean. I know some of you will think, Angie, we know, but you'd be amazed what you see from guests sometimes. Okay, guys, a little bit detailed. Don't be, it's a disgusting thing, but I need to talk about it. If you get into the bathroom and do the number 2, there is a scrubber brush for a reason. Scrub off quickly the residue if there's anything left, and flush twice. If there's an air freshener in the bathroom, spray it. If there is not, leave a crack of the window open just to get some air and remove like the scent that lingers in the bathroom. If the toilet paper ran out and they have new stock on the side, take a new one, replace and throw the paper. Don't make it a bad impression of you when you leave the bathroom of someone that you're hosted at their place by leaving the bathroom like extremely sad. So take care of that. On the topic of offering to help, important topic nevertheless, but how is where manners come at. When someone is inviting you over for food, don't right away say, oh, I will help you, and take the plates and run to the kitchen, or they get up to go to the kitchen to bring something and you run behind them. This is, I understand your intention is to help, but sometimes it's too pushy, and sometimes people are not comfortable to invite you inside their kitchen yet. So don't push yourself. The right and correct way to offer help without being pushy is when the person is setting things to take away, like putting plates on top of each other, you can start directly without asking, helping slowly, and then when the person is carrying to the kitchen, ask them, may I follow you to the kitchen with the things? I don't mind carrying them. Person will say yes or no. If they said yes, follow with the stuff, ask where to put them. If you saw that they are doing something else, like unloading the dishwasher, loading dishwasher, doing anything, mention, I can help you doing this while you're doing that, something like this. But don't invade privacy and go from level 1 to 10. But yeah, so offer help, of course, but be mindful on the way you do it. Last section is about if you upgraded yourself from being a guest to being a stay-over guest, a different level and completely different story. So first of all, never stay over. I'll use my Swarovski pen at you. Never stay over at someone's place if they did not offer for you to do so. Never be the person who requests that directly. If you need to request that, before you go to the place, like don't be at the place and then say like, oh, I will stay over. No. Before you go to the place, say there is a possibility if it's not convenient for me to stay over, if it's okay with you. Before going to the people. And when you're there, if you find difficulty finding a place to go to, like taking this train or that train, immediately prepare to leave. And if they offer you to stay, then stay. This is rule number 1. Rule number 2, make your bed. I don't care. Make your bed. Even if you don't do it at home, which is a whole another topic. My husband laughs at me because I do my bed even if I stay at a hotel. Even if I know that someone will come and change the sheets. I make my bed because that is how I systemized my brain, and people who come from a good household with good manners automatically do the bed. This is just, I haven't seen someone who doesn't do this. And when you are even staying over at someone that's even, you must make your bed. It's not an option anymore. So make your bed when you're staying at someone over immediately as much as possible. If they change the sheets every day, make sure to ask where the sheets are to change them yourself. Try to be mindful at that. It's the worst thing when someone stays over and they don't do their bed. I can't imagine if I'm passing by the room they slept in and I look and the bed is not made. It leaves such a bad impression. So make your bed. Be mindful of the house habits. And if you don't know about them and you want to follow the no dummy solution, ask about them. What do I mean by that? Waking up time, sleeping time. If you're staying at someone over and they're going to bed, or they show signs that they want to go to bed, immediately go to bed. Immediately say that you want to go to bed. Don't wait on them, and don't wait until they're getting up even worse and then say, no, I will stay a little bit longer. Even if you will stay longer in the bed looking at TikTok or something, do that without making them aware. Let them go to bed gracefully. Let them know that you will sleep. Try to not make noise, and that is to respect them and their privacy and their habits, not to change them if you stay there. Also, for the habits in the morning, don't wake up, open all the lights and windows and shutters and they are still asleep. Or even worse, wake up after they woke up with like an hour or two. Don't do these things. That doesn't say that you have good mannerism or etiquette. So make sure to be mindful of people making you stay over, of their habits, and try to follow the household general habits. In case you are pulling off a weekender or a week fully at someone's place, make sure to notice the little things that they're using a lot and pass by even without asking to buy groceries. If they are using a lot of milk daily for lattes and they don't have like a big box of milk, grab milk on your way. Grab snacks that you see that they enjoy and like. Cook something special to them in one of the days. Don't be the type of guest that come and sit and keep requesting things, because this is such it makes you more of a burden than a lovely light guest. I hope that this video is helpful. Sorry if I sound a little bit harsh, but I think these things are a must-have, and in our day and age at the moment, people forget these things, but these were things that I was taught from my home, and I think they are impeccably important. And I was raised with my grandparents, which brings in the reason why it might sound a little bit old-fashioned, but it is very, very important to know. Make sure to like, subscribe, tell me if you want to see more etiquette videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.